This video is on the topic of circulatory systems of fish and mammals and is for students studying the extended content syllabus. Fish and mammals have two distinctly different circulatory systems. Let's start with fish as we are less familiar with these. Fish have a single circulatory system compared to our double system. They have only a two-chambered heart instead of four. These features mean that blood passes through the heart only once per circulation cycle, as shown here in the animation. Mammals, on the other hand, have a double circulatory system with a four-chambered heart. So for every circulation cycle, the blood passes through the heart twice, once to the lungs to collect oxygen and once to the body to drop it off. The advantages of this are that blood is under lower pressure at the lungs compared to the rest of the body, so it can travel slowly, meaning it can absorb as much oxygen as possible at the lungs. The second time through, the heart allows for a really high pressure, so oxygen and glucose from the digestive system can be delivered to respiring tissues as fast as possible. Fish are much smaller organisms than humans, so they do not require this double pumping system. Don't forget that both oxygen and glucose are carried by the blood for respiration. Glucose is absorbed by the blood at the intestines after eating food, and of course oxygen is absorbed at the lungs. Let's now take a look at some worked examples about these two circulatory systems. Here we can see a question asks you to explain the advantages of a mammalian circulatory system for 2 marks. Explain questions require greater detail than describe or state questions. The double pumping system of the heart means that one side can pump at a lower pressure than the other. So the side that pumps blood to the lungs is at a lower pressure. Therefore, blood can travel slowly here and ensure there is time for oxygen from the air to diffuse into the blood. This is your first marking point. Secondly, the other side of the heart pumps the blood at a much higher pressure, and this goes off to the body. This means that it can travel much more efficiently and faster to the respiring tissues that require oxygen and glucose carried in the blood. As you can see here, using statements like so or therefore in your answers can be really helpful in an explain question. In this worked example, you are asked to compare the mammalian circulatory system with fish circulatory systems. These questions require you to give information about both ideas you are comparing, and using the word whereas is a really useful way to do this to ensure you pick up all marks available. So we can firstly compare their overall circulatory systems. In mammals, this is a double pump, whereas in fish, it is only a single pump. The hearts themselves are also different and can be compared. Mammals have 4 chambers, whereas fish only have 2. And finally, because of this, in mammals the blood travels through the heart twice for each circuit of the body, whereas in fish this only happens once. In summary, fish and mammals have different circulatory systems. Mammals have a double pump system, fish a single pump system. Mammals have a 4-chambered heart and fish only 2. And in mammals, blood circulates the heart twice, in fish only once. The features of the mammalian circulatory system give specific advantages caused by the altered blood pressure.